Hello, chess fans. Master Focus, nootropic game recap. Today, we're looking at round 9, Anish Giri versus Liren. You guys know Ding. Ding is the guy that's going to face off with Nepo to become the world champion. My predictions is Ding wins. Hopefully, today's match is no indication of how he'll play in that. Spoiler, let's get into it. Anish the Beast Giri. Ding starts out with knight f3. And we get a very principled setup. Both sides get castled pretty early on. Ding plays c4, looking to attack the middle. We're not taking. We see after b3, we know my opponent wants to fianchetto. So what do? We tell him, well, good luck with that. Here's another book move for you. d4. So that when you develop that bishop, it's going to be rendered obsolete. So you try to attack it, and we just support it. Knight jumps in. Obviously, computer is saying various things here. Just a nice, positioning. These guys are just getting their pieces into place. Then we get the first really dubious move by Ding, g4. Now, like I've said before, just because the computer says it's dubious doesn't mean a human can call it dubious. Obviously, g4. Ding Liren is looking to bring the pressure to Anish. Anish just takes f on f4, and then Ding completely ignores that. Look at the eval bar, completely even. Here, yeah, just completely even. Anyway, Ding continues his push, doesn't take back. Knight jumps back. And this is the first variation we're going to look at. F takes E. What happens if you allow this knight to be taken? So we go down this variation. We get F takes E. We get G takes F. G takes knight. And then we get, obviously, knight takes back. And then the rook exchange down. And then this is where things kind of get sharp. And you play here, attacking the knight, controlling the middle a little bit. The king comes over because he's about to be checked by the bishop. Bring the rooks into the game. We get a first take, and you might say to yourself, yeah, you just take back with the pawn. No, you don't. You attack that knight. That's 2 attackers on the knight. 1, 2. So the knight jumps in and says, all right, well, I'll just exchange myself. And you say, no, you can keep that knight right there. And now you realize, okay, well, I'm going to have to get back and play some defense now. And you just play up. Rook to the 7th rank. And this is winning for black. Obviously 0.7, but it's a winning position. You can look at the piece activity and tell. How you're supposed to do that as a human, good luck. So very human move, knight. Knight e8. What other moves is the computer suggesting here? The computer is also suggesting knight. I'm sorry, hold on. Not there, here. Knight e8, f takes e, or rook e8. It's even suggesting rook e8. Both of those being better for white. Anyway, so we get the very human move. Anish moves his knight out. You can get the take back, take. And then here, looking to negate this strong bishop. This bishop's just holding the long diagonal. You might want to just get rid of that girl right there. Get a developing queen move, connecting rooks. Knight moves to the game. Here, computer credits him with an exclam, bringing the rook into the middle of the board. Obviously here, looking to reroute the knight. Computer calls it dubious. Here we get a mistake. Computer's calling this a mistake. I don't want to pay too much attention to that. Very human move, looking to prevent b4. Computer saying it's time to take that bishop now, but we're not going to go into those lines. No need to, not important. Bishop finally takes. We centralize the knight. Knight comes into the game, obviously looking to get the outpost square. Anish Giri strikes hard, looking to attack the rook. Rook centralizes itself, decides to put the rook, plant the rook in the middle. Nice outpost with the pawn, obviously. We get some knight movement, and then we get the first real blunder, according to the computer, rook d2. And Anish Giri takes the pawn. Obviously, you see what the computer's calling for, queen e7. We'll go down this line anyway. Knight takes, knight takes, knight takes. Queen drops back. Attacking the bishop, calls it dubious. He simply wants a queen advancement. You get the bishop hopping back. Knight attacks bishop, and right here, where the knight is attacking the bishop, what exactly would you do with the bishop? You can pause the video right here. Anish Giri finds a move that, well, we'll explain it. Here we go. You ready? Bishop takes c4. You might be asking yourself, what? Why? Why would you do that? As you can see, double exclam, brilliant move, proclaims the computer. And this is called positional sacrifice. If you've gone into any advanced chess training, if you join our training sessions every Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday, or go back and look at we did a bunch of lessons on positional sacrifice. And this is one of those situations. So you're not supposed to look at positional sacrifice from a point standpoint. But we're going to do that just to illustrate it from a mathematical point of view, right? So first, let's say we took with the bishop, right? All right, so we get b takes. So how many points is this? So right now, white is down 2 points. Black is down 3. That's a total of 5 points for the rook. That's 7 total lost for white. That's 6 total lost for black. Right? Were there any pawns? Yep. That's 6 total for black. 3 for the bishop and 3 for the knight. But white lost 2 pawns and a rook. So it's 7-6 advantage for black. But that's not the point here. The point here is the piece activity you get. Again, it's called positional sacrifice. And it takes a lot of kahunas to play a positional sacrifice. You really have to have trust in your ability to play the position. As you can see, the computer is talking about, instead of playing this queen move, you could have played the pawn push. I think this is a good move, restricting the knight. But again, we got a pass pawn here. We got a semi-pass pawn here. We have 2 rooks, which are going to come in handy during the end game. And this is just going to be great for black. This is slightly winning for black. Play this correctly, maybe you can win, right? So that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Instead, we get rook f2. Rook bishop drops back. Knight, dubious move. Obviously, we know what we're trying to do. You're going to see it later on in the game as well. Trying to make a little connectivity here for checkmate. Anish Giri sees through this stuff and plays the move rook e7. And computer's calling for queen c7. But the truth of the matter is, let's take a look at, if you were to, let's say you played a bad move like queen a7, just to illustrate the point here of why you have to protect f7. You get this bishop move here, and it's just looking ugly for your king, right? So let's continue the position, and you'll see how a lot of this stuff plays out. Centralizing the rook. Centralizing the rook here, you see the pendulum swing. Let's look at it again really fast. Well, it's kind of gone back before that. The bishop, brilliant move. Here, so right here, we get the queen c7. You might ask yourself, why is this exclam move. And well, the truth of the matter is, let's say again you played a blunder like queen a7, rook takes, queen takes, and how do you stop this checkmate? How do you stop that? So you play here, and then the bishop comes in, and that's just ugly, right? Or let's say you played the principal move, the computer move, rook a d8. After rook takes, you try to get checks, get some counterplay. Obviously, you know, you have some coordination here with these two pieces. But again, how do you stop checkmate? How do you stop this? You simply have to protect the 7th rank. Otherwise, things get naked. So when you try to stop the mate with the queen, the rook comes in for check. You sidestep, the queen comes in, and we don't have to check this variation any further. You see what's happening here. You see just the domination of this position. It's just ugly. Pawns coming in the game. So yeah, that's mating 4, mating 1 of the computer if your opponent makes the wrong move. Anyway, let's go back. So queen 7, great move. Obviously, Anish Giri's a pro. He's seeing all of this. We had another mistake here by Liren. Computer here was calling for the queen to come into the game. Now, why are they calling for queen to come in the game? Obviously, create tempo, forcing your opponent to play this move. And then you can, you know, do some funky stuff. Computer's actually asking for sacking the knight on f6. Anyway, let's continue. Queen c7. Some mistakes are played. We double up the rook. Alekine's gun. Queen finally comes in, attacks that pawn. We simply protect the pawn. Now, knight f6 is played. Anish plays the exclam. Wait till you see this. Takes. And, you know, you think to yourself, oh, you know, my rook's in trouble. This pawn's about to take my rook. This queen situation is getting ugly. That's coming to the game shortly. Maybe something here. Anish Giri goes, I'm too good for all of this. Check. Check. Oh my God. And the issue is bishop can't take because then you get this queen check and it's mating 4. Check. Block. Check. Take. Take. Check. Block. Mate. Don't forget this bishop was working over here in this corner. Bishop's pinned. Nothing you can do about that. This might have been one of the wilder games. Great moves by Anish Giri. Just amazing moves. So anyway, he recognizes this. Liren correctly calculates, I have to take that knight. But guess what? Check. Don't forget, that bishop's been sitting on a6, staring down the king's side this whole time, and all that stuff is going to come into play now. King sidesteps. Obviously, king sidesteps because we're looking to bring the rook into the open file. White's own pawn is blocking their way. We get the queen take, rook take. Obviously, there's no back rake issues because queen here. So then we bring the rook in, bring the rook back. Correct move. Just trying to avoid any issues here. Push the pawn. Advantages of black's position. So you got to sack the rook there because it's just going to get ugly for you. Black's just going to pile on to that position, that square. Bishop takes, pawn takes, offering this bishop up, basically saying, if you take, I'm simply going to push this pawn. And you can't do anything about it because if you come back here, I'll just sacrifice my queen. Yes, you can do that. It's actually saying that's the wrong move, but you can do that, and that still works because if you take, I get my queen back. There's nothing you can do about that. So let's go back. We get these trades, the pawn pushes, pawn takes, rook takes pawn, bishop takes, and then here, move 42, ding Liren relents. He resigns, and Anish Giri wins another match. That puts him in second place, a half a point behind Nootropic in the Tata Steel tournament 2023. Tomorrow, we have round 10. It's a tight race here. Magnus is in fourth. Wesley So is in third. Levon, Magnus, Prague, and Fabi are all fighting over fourth place. It's a tight race. I mean, these guys are only a point and a half out of first place with Nootropic. Tomorrow, we have... who's Nootropic playing? Oh, Nottopic's playing Ding. Ding's going to be coming back furious. It's going to be a huge, huge match for Nootropic to hold his position. Obviously, well, Nootropic has the white pieces, so, you know, a draw wouldn't be bad for him, but he's got winning chances with that. Tomorrow, Anish and Wesley So are going to battle out. Anish in second place, So in third place. Anish has the black pieces. So things are going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. And then Magnus is playing Parham. Yeah, Parham is in ninth place. And that should be an interesting match. If Magnus wants to win, he's going to need to win with the black pieces tomorrow. A draw, I don't think, would be in his best interest, although I'm sure he might be able to get away with it depending on how the other matches go. But anyway, that's your Master Focus game recap. If you would like to enjoy a cushy subscription at a low rate, I'll take $20 off of your subscription if you just send us a message after your purchase and say, hey, I watched the Master Focus videos. Please take $20 off of my full price subscription, and we'll take care of you. And with that being said, I'll see you until the next time.
Didn't listen to me then, I bet they feel me now. Time don't let me lose it. The booth not about to prove it. I set goals and pursue it. You the best to never do it. Invest my money talking fluent, stupid, ducking the Judas. It broke my heart, but over my eyes, you have no honor, I have no choice. Chasing the commas till I'm gone. I've been left for a minute. On my way home, mama, I promise, got caught up in it. Damn. Everybody eats when I'm batting at the plate. First, second, third, home, $1 million, baby.